welcome back to Darrell David Vlogs underneath my YouTube channel. And in today's video, I'm gonna say we are in the water. So I'm into the river today and being into the basin here, you know, taking a nice little spree. So that is how it rolls there. A nice little current in the back of me here, so good vibes about the river is that you can take a little chill pill, you can take a wash down right back there, you can just take a swim, or you can just be on the rock here. You can just lie down here, take a look at the sun, you know, just relax yourself. So that's the good thing about this river here. And what I can say is like staying by the river is like one of the best things. So when Darrell tells you that he's by the river and the river is cool, it's like best believe that. So under the Green in the Lifestyle channel, like I don't know how I communicate with you all like on that part of it, but Green in the waters are very nice. So it's like a real cool moment here. Got my phone with me, it's not waterproof, but I'm still taking a chance here, and I'm actually making sure that I get the nice river nature vibes for you all there, which should have been on the Green Lifestyle channel. But what I'm gonna say is like it's not gonna be there today because I have to make persons know that that's the Darrell David Lifestyle channel, you know. So like some of the fun activities we used to have here in this river is like touching heads, tap your head if you're above the water. We used to play shark here. One person pretend to be the shark. You swim all about here, all the way the water is yours. Other persons be up on the stone, anywhere around the basin, and you're gonna heave in the water. And if the sharks bite you, then you become the shark. And then the person who was the shark get an opportunity to go on the outside and heave into the water and try to escape the shark. So that was another game that we used to play. It was fun, real fun. I mean, like, that's what I say to persons, like, if I did had this video thing in my head from since I was young, all the days that we were running on river stones and making stuff, we would have been making videos with the stuff. They would have been really exciting to see. We used to run the stones like you run the road or you run the track on track and field, really quick. And we used to say who is the fastest and all the kind of stuff. Also, we used to play like around the basin. It used to be like we come to the river and they're gonna be everyone per stone. Everyone's gonna pick a stone. They're gonna pick another stone and go right around the basin because there are stones right around the basin. And then everyone's gonna jump. So the last person who touches the water is gonna beat. Afterwards, that person's gonna give everyone 5 seconds to clear the water and be upon the stones, and then the game starts. So the game used to be like you have to run around the river stone, right around, one person have to chase you down, and anyone touches you, then you is it. And then afterwards you become it. You cannot touch back the same person that touches you, you gotta go touch someone else, and they gotta continue running. Sometimes you get falls, sometimes you get bruises, sometimes you get all kind of stuff. And then there are times when you get really bad bruises, then you have to come to the river now and watch persons play the game and wish that you could play the game. So that was another fun in itself. Also we used to have like freezers where like you run around the basin and I touch you, you can stay there because you're freeze. And then I run to freeze someone else, and if I freeze the whole troop before someone touches you back, then I recognize, well, the game is over. But it used to be a very tight game because like you cannot touch everyone because there are a lot of quick persons there, and before you free someone, the person that you chase is gonna unfree someone else. And if you want to freeze back that person, then you're going to freeze back that person, allow that person to run, or continue running behind that person, and try to freeze off all the quick persons, and then you can freeze off all the persons that is not quick. But I'm telling you, in that river here is where I grew up, and actually I can say like we had most of the fun here. Freezers, around the basin, shark, touching head. Let me see what other games that we used to play there. Other than that, then we used to play longboards. Everyone go under the water, see how long you can stay. The last persons who come up win. Although I used to cheat a lot in that game, like that same current there which I showed you. I used to go in the back of this current, and I used to just, there's a part on the back of the current that you can just come up and the water is falling in front of you. So I used to go in the back there most of the times. And I used to cheat the game, like just be in the back there and have other persons under the water, and they're like killing themselves to come first. And when I find like, yeah, it's like over close to a minute, someone's gonna come up now, then I'm gonna go back down, and I'm gonna come back to the basin, right to the middle there, and I'm gonna make persons believe that I was always there. And then everyone's gonna come up. That's when I just have some fresh breath, so I'm gonna stay there for some time. And when I come up, I'm gonna act like, yeah, I've been on that day for real long. So I'm saying like here, it's really cool. Like in Grenada, it's cool. And I'm not talking about Grenada Lifestyle Channel, as I said. It's our other vlog, so Grenada is cool. Like I really enjoyed myself in the water here. Even like I cannot really spend most of the times in the water again, because like I've been like so many times in the water, like I cannot spend half an hour here anymore, because it's like it gets really cold for me very fast. And I'm telling you, like my hands here is cool still, like it's good still. There are little waves there, but it's good still. When we bathe here, we used to come out here like 6 o'clock in the morning on a Sundays to to get our clothes washed, hang on the river stone to dry, because that's the cultural life here. Before we had our machines and all of that. So I'm talking about when I was in primary school, and we had to wash our clothes for the day. So it's a Sunday, our mom's gonna cook, prepare dinner and all of that. We're gonna come here to wash our clothes. We're gonna leave our clothes to the river stone, and we're gonna go play games. And when everyone is about to go home, then we're gonna go wash. Very funny. You know, like when you're young, you're very stupid. So we used to do that. And then sooner or later, persons will start getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And I can remember my last fall on the river stone was on this river stone right here. So I'd actually fell, and I'd skate on my shoulder, and I ended up in a little pond right where the bamboo is right there. And that was like a kind of a moment for me, and then I recognized my days are done in the river. That time I was in high school. I was like maybe in Form 4, Form 5. And I was like, we were just trying to get our last touches of the river, because we had real fun days here, and I'm telling you that, real fun days. I said I want to get my last touch, and my last touch was a fall. So after I got the fall, I said something could have been worse. I could have stick my head through a stone, or I could have braided my neck, or some kind of stuff like that. But then I recognized, well, what sense does it make to continue running on stone as a big person? It's, you know, the child days are done, so give it up, you know, like give it up. So I did give it up, and now when I come to the river, it's just to take a soak, be at the rock here, lie at the rock, or either go to the current, let the water fall on my head, just take some couple swims up and down to the basin there, and take my soup off, and then head to my home. Righty. And I'm telling you now, it's so unrealistic that I'm living right close to the river, and I don't come to the river every day. When the water is so cool, like the sun is blazing, just look at that. The sun is blazing today, and like being here right now, in the water right now, is the best time to be, because like you can be here for like as long as you want, because as long as there is sun, the water is gonna cool. The water is cold right now, it's cold, but like as long as there is sun, you're gonna stay here as long as you want. As long as 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and the sun's beats a little bit more, and it passes the trees and become shadow, then it's pretty hard to take the water. Pretty hard to take the water. It's extreme cold. So it's like very nice being here. And as I said, my phone's not waterproof, so I cannot go under the water with it as long as I put it into some resistant water, sealing bags or something like this, and then I can go underneath the water and all of that. So I had a partner with me that would have joined me today in the fishing spree because he had a hook. I would have showed you all how we catch the crayfishes here and what a hook and how we made the hook and all of that, but like seems like I gave him a come out. I can say that by now because like he was waiting on me and I just went on there to get some stuff, and by the time I can come back, maybe he got impatient and he just left. But the hooks are always there. Like I can always make a hook and I can always come to the river and I can always make videos and show you all how it's done. So I guess as much as that is what it is. So stay tuned if you want to see more videos or want to hear more experiences of what we go through in this river. If you love this video, you can comment, let me know that you're loving the videos and you want more videos comparing to what we do in the river, how good it were, what are the days like, if you can get persons to make one like this again. I'm gonna try to see if I can get persons to make one like this again. Like I'm gonna try to see if we can go back in the day with back in the day fun, the 2008 2009 fun. Where we are at the river running all about. So I'm gonna try to see if I can get some troops, some persons, some of my little friends there to come back here to see if we can make around the basin a little game or a shack or freezers or something to show you all what the experience was like. And I'm telling you, if you had that experience before, there was no way you could have forgot that. Like I can't forget that. Anywhere I go, I cannot forget that. No matter how big I get in content creation and no matter how much money I make, I'm not gonna forget the river here was like the best fun I ever had. No phones, no gadgets, nothing to actually spoil your moment. No, rather than now, like if I gotta have something like around the basin and I don't tell the boys about it, in 5 seconds time everyone's just gonna go home, they're gonna go to TikTok, they're gonna go to, come on, we have crazy fun. Even like one fun I've left off, it were not in the river, but it were like home, but we used to play all the way down here. Bobo. So it was like Bobo, you make a gun with a stick or something. So for instance, well, you know you use little children, so we're kids. So anything that shapes like a gun, we're gonna use that. So I'm gonna hold up here and I'm gonna hold the back. I'm gonna turn it upside down. And I'm gonna hold that like this. And I'm gonna pretend this is my gun. I'm gonna name my gun. And then I'm gonna heave to the river and I'm gonna start to do my stuff. And these are all our friends. So stay tuned to get more videos from this in my next channel.